Hello everybody, and thank you once again for joining me, Jeanette Grace, as we discuss once again how we see helping. Today's topic is narrowing it down. So when I say narrowing it down, I'm talking about the way that you speak to people about your endeavor. So when we're talking to our friends, it's okay to be long-winded. Sometimes I'm real long-winded. I can tell by my friends' eyes that I've been going on for a long time. I might take a little breath, see if they want to jump in. If they don't jump in quick enough, I'm going to keep going. So that's with my friends. But when we are talking and trying to convey our business idea, completely different ball game. People want it quick, fast, in a hurry. They have meetings to go to. They've been talking to people all day, sometimes all week. They may go to a networking meeting, and then after that meeting, they're off to another meeting or a phone conference, a video conference. But the key is that they're talking to people all day long about things that other person feels are imperative, important, and just, it's mandatory. But in their mind, it's just one extra thing on their to-do list or one extra thing that they have to respond to. So they want it to be quick. So when you talk to someone and you're trying to convey your business idea, you have to make sure that it's quick and it's to the point, it captures their attention, and they want to keep listening to you. So in order to help you narrow that down a little bit, I'm not going to give you a list of things that you should put together. Instead, I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to take into consideration when you're trying to come up with your business spiel, with your elevator speech, however you want to call it. It need not be more than a minute to a minute and 30 seconds. You want to get in, tell them exactly what it is that you do, and jump out of that conversation so that they want to know more, and then they begin to ask you. So the number one thing that you need to think about when you are saying to yourself, okay, how do I describe what it is that I do or who I am? So this is good if you're describing your business. It's also good if you're describing yourself in an interview. These are just some of the things to take into consideration. So what are your resources? Okay? Are your resources entry-level resources? Are you at the executive level now where you can demand certain things? Are your resources enough to where when you open your business, will you be able to serve 10 people, 100 people, 10,000 people? So if you know that you only have the resources to open a business that may start off servicing 10 people, then you need to have a marketing plan that's detailed to a small audience. You have to think to yourself, what resources am I working with? So if you're working with resources that can only assist 10 people when you open your doors, then your marketing plan doesn't need to be a marketing plan that's going to try to pull in 100 or 1,000 people. You start off where you are so that way you don't create unrealistic expectations. Suppose someone comes to your bakery and you say, okay, I'm offering baked goods, I do cakes and pastries and so forth. And your pastries may be better than the pastry chef on the corner who has a huge location and has a huge following. But right now you're still working with a regular oven. You're still working, with just you and your kids. So you don't want someone to come to you and say, wow, those were the best pastries ever. I want to order for 10,000 of them. Because now you've created an expectation about your business that's not realistic. So I'm not saying that you're going to be able to please everyone. Everyone cannot be pleased. But at the same point in time, if you keep in mind the resources you have, then you can tailor those resources and you can promote those resources to the best of your ability to bring in customers that you can serve and make happy, so that way you can build an awesome following and you can have people that say, those were the best pastries ever. You need to go and get some of those because she only has a couple for the day, and once they sell out, it's no more for you. Now you're creating that demand, and now people want to come back, and as you grow, you're now growing in a way that can be sustained. The key is to get started where you are. Get started with the resources that you have, and then that way the customers that you service will turn into the customers that grow your business. And on the line of customers, you definitely want to keep your customers in mind when you are creating like your elevator speech, your introduction to what your business does. So they're going to want to know, who are you trying to service? And a lot of times we'll make general broad statements that a seasoned person in business is going to take to mean that you're not there yet, you're not ready yet. They want to hear a concise idea, a concise picture. So the next thing that you want to take into consideration when you're creating your elevator speech and you're trying to convey what it is that your business does is you want to take into consideration who it is that you're going to sell your product to. Even if your product is yourself. That's why they say when you go on an interview to make sure that you do a little bit of research about the company first, because they want to make sure that when you go and you're selling yourself, you can convey yourself properly to your audience. So the thing is that you want to make sure that you keep your customers in mind, that your customers cannot be everyone. I know we like to think of it as our product can be of, use to everyone in society. But there's still a certain aspect of society that wants your particular product. So you have to make sure that you take into consideration exactly who it is that you're trying to reach. Think about their hair. Think about how they get dressed in the morning. Think about what it is that they do on the weekend. Think about all the different things that are going on in their life that create a need for your product or your service. So for instance, if you are making food, you have to think to yourself, okay, when is it most likely that someone is going to want to eat out? How will you know who's going to be coming for that food? Depends on where you're interested in marketing. Are you going to be marketing to a neighborhood that has mostly families? Are you going to be marketing to a neighborhood that has mostly high rises, where people may want to get their food from their local store downstairs? Or are these going to be people who are willing to venture out and utilize a food service from outside of their area, outside of their comfort zone? So you have to make sure that you know who your customer is, because certain people just do not shop online. They're not interested in what discounts are online. They're just not shopping online. They don't trust putting their credit card information in, and they're not going to do it. So the thing is that you have to make sure that you really take into consideration that everyone is different. Everyone has a preference. And you want to make sure that you tap into exactly who it is that is going to buy your product. And then finally, after you think about your customers, then you want to think about your competition. That's the main thing. Think about your competition. A lot of times people may say to themselves, my product is so awesome, it's so unique. This is going to be a brand new addition to the market. And so they promote it that way, as there's no competition for me. Or any competition that's out there is not exactly competition because I'm so unique. For the most part, even though it's awesome to think you're unique, you should think you're unique. That's a great foundation. But we usually have unique aspects. There's unique aspects about our business idea. But in the broad picture, it falls into a category. So you may be in food service. That's the broad category. But you're special because you sing as people come and get their food from you. Or you put on a little show. Maybe you might have some people who come and play music. And that makes your location unique because it's live music. So you have to think, what is it that makes my business unique? But at the same time, what category does my business fall into? So that way you can look at your competition accurately and make sure that you are standing out. Make sure that you're not coming into a flooded market. Make sure that your product has room to shine and room to grow. Make sure that you have customers there that are interested in what it is that you're talking about, and make sure that you are promoting something that you have the resources to accomplish. If you take those things into consideration, it'll be a lot easier to develop your elevator speech, which essentially tells people what your business is, what your business provides, who it provides it to, and what area is it being provided in. So once you have those things under your belt, you can go out, you can network, you can shake hands, and you can let people know exactly what it is that's new and fresh and exciting that your business is going to bring to the business arena. So we appreciate you. We appreciate you for checking in. You might be on Jan Harp right now. You might be on Jeanette Grace. You might be on LinkedIn, Google+. We just appreciate wherever it is that you're watching this from. We appreciate when you share it. We appreciate when you like and comment. Our goal is to help people to accomplish the goals that they desire to accomplish. We don't want to push our goals on you, We just want to be of assistance. We want to be able to help. So if you're interested in business coaching, counseling, any of the services that you find that we provide, just reach out. Consultation is completely free. We love talking to people. We love trying to help. So just reach out. Keep looking for that window of opportunity. Reach out, seek, knock, search, and sooner or later, that window is going to open, opportunities are going to pour in, and you're going to see the very thing that you've been dreaming about is now reality. So thank you for tuning in. Catch us on our next vlog. And thank you for supporting Holistic Coaching. The goal is to help people to accomplish the goals that they desire to accomplish. We don't want to push our goals on you. We just want to be we want to be able to help. So if you're interested in business coaching, counseling, any of the services that you find that we provide, just reach out. Consultation is completely free. We love talking to people. And sooner or later, that window is going to open, opportunities are going to pour in, and you're going to see the very thing that you've been dreaming about is now reality. So thank you for tuning in. Catch us on our next vlog. And thank you for supporting Holistic Coaching. For joining me, the topic is